Hi everybody. We are getting down to the end of the course. We've got 2 weeks left, so 2 modules left plus the extra credit. And I just really want to emphasize to you that because a lot of you are using the 7-day grace period, which is perfectly fine. It's fine to, use that to catch up if you need to catch up. But when we come down to the end of the course, that grace period goes away. So the official end date of our course is July 26th. And you'll see that for the last module, even though I'm, the real official due date is Sunday, July 28th at midnight, Canvas will not let me put any date as the due date past the 26th, so that's why it shows as the 26th. Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is that I have to turn in grades no later than July 29th at noon. So that means that the morning of July 29th, I have to come, here into my office and grade everything that you've turned in, get all of your grades ready and submit them. And that is a little bit of a process for me. So you have to turn all your work in no matter what, at the very latest, the night of July 28th, okay? If you turn something in the morning of the 29th, I very well could miss it. So don't take that chance. You've got to get it in over the weekend, okay? Now, it could be in the middle of the night on July 28th. I'm not going to get up and get here until at least like 8 or 9 in the morning. So just keep that in mind. But I really just want to emphasize that to you, that any work that's turned in after the night of July 28th, it's not going to count toward your grade. So for those of you who are a little bit behind, you've got to catch up right now. And then I set up the modules so that you can see, even though week 6 is not open yet, you can see what the assignments are, so you can kind of pace yourself. And for the last week, this is a real, interesting, fun week. It's not, even though there are, the same number of assignments, this is not, like we're looking at like IPA or like, grammar or anything like that. These are kind of interesting and fun. I think they're fun assignments. And then the final reflection, which is really just you looking back on the previous assignments that you've had all through the semester and letting me know what are the most memorable or impactful things that you learned. And then looking at the extra credit, it's down here at the bottom. You can do those anytime. Again, the official due date on here is July 26th, but the real due date is the night of July 28th. And you'll see that for the extra credit, the points are 0. That is because if I make them worth points in Canvas, then it's going to negatively affect anyone who is not doing them. So when you click into each one, you're going to see how much they actually are worth, 20 points, okay? So the idea behind the extra credit is that in case you missed assignments from earlier in the class, you can just do the extra credit and and swap them out, replace them for any zeros that you have or low scores that you have. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the assignments that we have for this week. We've got some quizzes and then some summaries, and then ending with the discussion. So the first couple of assignments are quizzes, and you've got some videos to watch, and then a document here to read. And the quiz is mostly based on the information in this document, but you definitely, so have that in front of you while you're taking the quiz, but you definitely want to watch the videos before getting into the quiz. And then another one on morphology, on morphemes. This quiz is just based on this kind of PowerPoint here. You definitely want to do this one second. Okay, so do these in order. It's going to make much more sense. Then what I've got is I want you to do an affix lesson, and you'll learn about what affixes are if you don't know what that is. If this is not like an official, you know, a formal lesson plan where you have to fill out the template or anything, just answer these questions here. And I've got this website that you can use that has many different examples here. So check that out. And then you're just going to choose one and you're going to just explain it basically by answering these questions. Okay, now we get into parts of speech, and I really want to emphasize to you that the way that I approach parts of speech is maybe a little bit different than you're used to. So even if you feel like you're confident, you know your parts of speech already, you know what a noun is, you know what a verb is, adjective, etc., do watch the videos here. And then there's a PowerPoint. What the videos do is take you through the PowerPoint like a lecture. And then there's tabs up here. You can read the transcript if you'd like to read the transcript, in addition to or instead of watching the videos. Okay, then the quiz on the parts of speech, and this one is set up a little bit different. So the information is on this page, and then you have to go to the quiz instead of having all the information in the actual quiz itself. This link just takes you back to the previous page. Then another quiz here. This is on determining lexical category, otherwise known as parts of speech. What you're going to see here are some examples of sentences and then words words or phrases that I'd like you to determine what the lexical category or parts of speech is. So again, do these in order of the way that they're set up in the module. Otherwise, it's probably going to be confusing. Then just a summary here on prescriptivism and descriptivism. You can read all about that, watch a video, and explain what that is. Okay, and then our final assignment is a discussion. And so for this discussion, I'm actually am having you do a more formal lesson plan, but this time I'd like you to share it in a discussion. So I've given you some resources here. These are not the only ones. You can definitely find many sites that list and give you ideas for lessons for teaching parts of speech to children, language learners of any age, even you know, older students and adults. So you can use these or find something else. If you find another good resource that looks good that you use, please give me the URL or link it, because I'm always looking for new resources. And then you're just going to post your lesson plan here in the discussion. You do not need to do replies, but the idea here is just that we're sharing our lesson plans. So you are free to take a look at what other people have shared, what other people have developed. And of course, if you want to reply, definitely you can, but it's not necessary. Okay, and then that takes us to the end of the week. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything. I will be around. Yeah, next week I'll definitely be around. So don't hesitate to reach out to me, especially if you have questions about anything that has to do with the sentence structure, the morphology. Those can be a little tricky. Have a good week. I will see you in the discussions, and I can't wait to see what you come up with in terms of your lesson plans. All right, bye-bye.